Rupert Everett.
Morning, Watson.
Oh, Holmes, how did you know it was me? I'm not smoking distinctive tobacco. I'm not wearing eau de cologne.
Reek of the slaughterhouse. Eau de morgue. Life away from Baker Street seems to suit you, Watson. I see you put on 7.5 pounds since last we met.
Half a stone, exactly.
Indeed? I should have thought it was a little more.
I'll have a cup of tea as well, please.
Miss Aileke. Why are you dogging my heels, Watson?
Potential case. Young girl, 16, perhaps 17. Found on the banks of the Thames at Shadwell. Silk stocking round her throat.
If you're looking for sensational material for one of your chronicles of crime, I suggest you adopt your usual practice and make it up.
I'm not looking for material. I'm trying to save a dear friend from killing himself with narcotics and boredom.
Your concern is touching.
You promised.
Promises are like pie crusts. They are made to be broken.
Come down to London Hospital. Take a look at this girl.
Give my regards to your fiancée.
Roger Moore.
Morning, Watson. Breakfasting? Oh, how'd you work that out, Holmes, eh? Mind awfully, Watson. You know I have little head for humor when there's nothing to occupy me but staring out of rain-streaked windows at the other side of the street. It has been 3 days since I broke the back of Moriarty's organization, and there has not been a single letter or a caller worthy of my attention.
Peter Cushing.
Camberwell Road, what of it?
Yes. Well, I've managed to trace him from it to a private boarding establishment. I'm going over there now to make the arrest. Now, ma'am, you are the owner of this establishment?
Yes.
And Mr. Enoch J. Drebber was one of your boarders?
He and another gentleman were staying here, Mr. Stangerson.
You know that Mr. Drebber is dead?
Yes.
When was the last time you saw him?
He and Mr. Stangerson left here last night at 8 o'clock.
About 8, you say? And neither of them returned?
No.
Yes. Mr. Drebber came back an hour later.
Alice!
Mother, there's no use in our lying to this gentleman.
İan Mckellen.
His name is Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
Was that him?
My mother, she wonders if you have brought your famous hat.
The dear stalker. I've never worn one.
And a pipe?
I prefer a cigar.
Did you do the thing?
What thing?
The cane shows the marks of a dog's teeth. The wood is from an island southwest of Madeira. That thing.
That was an embellishment of Dr. Watson. If I ever write a story myself, it will be to correct the myriad misconceptions created by his imaginative license.
Murder, Mr. Calmont. Murder.
I didn't know you wrote stories.
I decided to get it right before I die.
Christopher Lee.
Come in, Sherlock. The Dr. Watson. Sit down. You're looking very fit, both of you.
Thank you. How are you, Mycroft? How's your gout?
Under control, except for an occasional twinge. I've got a treat for you. Very old Madeira. 1814. There are only 6 bottles left in the world. I've got 2 of them, and I'm negotiating for a 3rd.
If you don't mind my saying so, anybody who's susceptible to gout shouldn't be...
The last doctor who warned me about that was crossing Piccadilly, slipped on an orange peel, and was run over by a delivery van from Fortnum and Mason. You're very good health.
Why are you wasting this precious stuff on...
Tom Baker.
Well, Watson, what do you make of it?
How did you know what I was doing? You must have eyes in the back of your head.
I have at least a highly polished coffee pot in front of me.
James Mortimer, MRCS, from his CCH 1884.
Since we were out when the owner of that stick called last night, and since we have no notion of his errand, this accidental souvenir becomes of importance. You've examined it. Let me hear you reconstruct the man.
Dr. Mortimer is a successful elderly medical man, well esteemed since those who know him gave him this mark of their appreciation.
Good. Excellent.
Johnny Lee Miller.
Commonly be grouped under the heading nice.
I think you'll be surprised how easy it is to earn that designation.
No. I am not a nice man. It's important that you understand that. It's going to save you a great deal of time and effort. There is not a warmer, kinder me waiting to be coaxed out into the light. I am acerbic. I can be cruel. That's who I am. Right at the bottom. I'm neither proud of this nor...
Benedict Cumberbatch.
I knew him. He was nice.
Fine. We'll start with the riding crop.
So, bad day was it?
I need to know what Bruce is for in the next 20 minutes. A man's alibi depends on it. Text me.
Listen, I was wondering, maybe later, when you're finished.
You're wearing lipstick. You weren't wearing lipstick before.
I refreshed it a bit.
Basil Rathbone.
Precisely as I tell him to.
Eavesdropping again, Brandon? Oh, no, Mr. Philip, I assure you. But I didn't wish to disturb him. What did you hear, Brandon? Your brother and Miss Sally were going at it hammer and tongs. About Captain Vickery, I mean. Really? Mr. Jeffrey and Captain Vickery had an horrible row this afternoon over Miss Sally. I thought they were coming to blows. Indeed, I did.
Right. That'll do now, Brunton. If I catch you snooping again, I shall...
Arthur Wontner.
Find the prisoner not guilty. So do we all find. And may God forgive us.
Prisoner at the bar. You have heard the verdict. Under the law, no other verdict is possible. Yet it is undoubtedly a gross miscarriage of justice. It is deplorable, Professor Moriarty, that a man of your intellectual attainments should be standing in the prisoner's dock charged with the crime of murder. And in setting you free, I cannot in my conscience exonerate you. Let the prisoner be discharged.
Lord! My lord, I have important new evidence.
You come too late, Mr. Holmes. The prisoner has been discharged.
But, my lord, you can't let Moriarty go free. He killed Lorraine. I can prove it. I can destroy his alibi.
That alibi has been established by 300 fellows of the Royal Society. Your Lordship, my client has been acquitted. He cannot be tried twice on the same charge.
Well, there you are, Holmes. I'm afraid you have a bad opinion of me. On the contrary, I hold you in the highest esteem, but only as a knave. It's gratifying to know that one's talents are appreciated by such a distinguished connoisseur.
Robert Downey Jr.
I have a request. Someone I want to see. Sherlock Holmes. You and I are bound
out together on a journey that will twist the very fabric of nature. Allow me to enlighten you. Tomorrow, the world as you know it will end.
Well, there isn't any time to waste then, is there? It does make a considerable difference to me having someone with me on whom I can thoroughly rely.
It was nice to see you, Watson.
Lord Blackwood.
The witness stated that he saw Lord Blackwood rise from the grave.
Gonna raise a force that will alter the course of the world.
He's just as brilliant as you are, and infinitely more devious.
We'll see about that.
Nice touch.
I was simply studying your methods. Should the authorities ask me to hunt you down?
Holmes, leave the case alone.
Case for you. Save your bullets, Watson.
What was that about saving bullets?
First point of attack, right ear. 2, throat. 3, cracked ribs. In summary, neutralized. You've never complained about my methods before?
I never complain. When do I complain about you practicing the violin at 3 in the morning? Your general lack of hygiene or your experiment on my dog?
Just kill the dog. Again.
I wanted to change the world, but I'll settle for ending yours.
I wish you would.
Get that out of my face. It's not in your face, it's in my hand.
Get what's in your hand out of my face.
They've been flirting like this for hours.
Jeremy Brett